Hi friends, my name is Chrissy and this is a yoga still. This my face, this my space, this the channel. Welcome to the yoga still. Before I get started and telling you all about my plans for Vlogtober, I just want to identify and acknowledge like the wildness that has happened this morning. So the first time I recorded this video, 20 seconds in, it changed to time lapse. I don't understand why. The second time, about 3 minutes in, it changed to slow-mo. So it was an hour and 20 minutes long. So I'm going back to old school and I'm using my front-facing camera on my phone so that I can see the time, and if anything wonky happens, I will know about it. So just know that this should make a whole lot of sense because this is the third time I've talked about the same thing. All of this to say, my plan for this year is to do Vlogtober again. So what is Vlogtober? Cram 3 words together, video, blog, October, and you get Vlogtober. The intention is that each day in October, I will post a vlog, a video blog. My intention is for most of those days, to be a day in the life type, time-lapse, voiceover, fun music type video, showing you just the ins and outs of my everyday life. It is so important to me and my grounding practices to be able to go back and to watch what I've actually done, what I've actually accomplished, where my body, my spirit, my mind have actually been within any given day. I've learned that that's really important to me, especially at this stage in the pandemic, to be able to feel and see my place, my actions in this world. So this may seem like super navel-gazy to you, but this is like my most important and most impactful grounding practice. I started Vlogtober last year. I didn't make it all the way through because, you know, things got things. But for those of you, a little bit of a reminder, for those of you who may have forgotten or weren't around at that point. This time last year, at the end of September, I was laid off from my dream job. For those of you keeping track, this is 3 layoffs in 3 completely different fields in a little under 7 years. So long story short, my clinic was absorbed by another department, and there was a decision that there were only 2 positions open and 3 people to fill them. So laid off, told you can, you know, re-interview for your job. And I felt like at that point in my life that anything that was meant for me shouldn't be that hard. So I stepped away. I decided not to play Hunger Games for my job. And at that point, I stepped into where I am now. I can't believe it's been almost a year, with part-time mogul work and part-time Reiki and coaching work. It's worked out really well so far up to this point for me. But I still go back and look at that time when, in so many root chakra ways, I was so ungrounded and untethered, but I still like had this sensation of knowing I was where I was supposed to be. And I go back and watch those videos a lot where there's that grief and that disbelief and that absolute rootedness all at the same time. So as I'm looking forward to 2022 being hopefully another big year of change for me, I want to be able to look back on what I'm looking at as sort of like my foundational month for this practice. So my plan for October is this. In October, I'm going to get really granular and really specific about my own routine and ritual. looking at what practices support me, how I can set that routine up so that October can be like my experiment time, my practice and assess and reassess and then put into stone type time. Hoping that November and December I can really back off, turn inward a little bit, take some time off. And then in January, have a nice, stable 3-month practice of routine and ritual. So to keep me grounded, to keep me focused in myself as I move into hopefully big business shifts in 2022. So October is the plan, is the time for me to play and schedule and solidify. November, December is the time to sort of roots in that. And then I want to hit the ground running in January as a time to grow. So that's my plan for October. So you'll see probably a lot of different apps, a lot of different cards, a lot of different journaling things I'm going to play around with. I have decided the journal / planner that I'm using for 2021. So my plan is tomorrow to show you like all of I'm sorry, for 2022. It's 2021 now. My plan for tomorrow is to actually show you all of my stuff laid out that I'm going to be utilizing in the month of October. My plan is to show up every day with in some way or another. Most days I envision as time-lapse videos because honestly, they're the easiest for me and the most impactful for me. But I'm also gonna have some card deck tours and maybe some meditation practices or some Reiki practices for those days that if it rains and I don't leave the house, or on the days when I'm especially, crampy or cranky, to give myself some freedom to not have to produce every day. So even though I'm going to be posting every day, it won't necessarily be day-to-day new content. I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about. Why October, what it is, how it's structured. I guess that's it. My invitation for you is to just allow this time with me, this time of my self-reflection, my navel gazing, if you will, to be a reminder, to be present, to be aware, to appreciate and ground in even the most mundane moments and experiences within your day. Because that's my intention for this practice. Now, with my experience, my presentation of what my plans are for October, I want to remind you of, or tell you for the first time, of an option you have to practice with me. Starting on October 14th, registration is open, but we'll start on the 14th of October. I'm offering a group Reiki healing processing circle on Zoom every evening for 30 days, just to give you an opportunity to simply receive, to take part in a 30-day practice as often as you can, no expectation of perfection, but to have somewhere to come every evening with the recording available within an hour or so of when we end every evening. But a place for you to come, to ground, to center, to be present, and just receive, to not have to do anything, to not be expected to process or verbalize or journal or anything after, but just simply receiving, grounding, centering, healing. All of the information is at a link below. Seasonal centering, that's what it is. I'm really looking forward to this practice as both the facilitator and the practitioner, because that's sort of the beauty of Reiki. Anytime that a practitioner gives a session, they're also receiving that same healing. So I'm looking forward to it on both ends of the spectrum as well. I said I was going to keep this under 10 minutes and I'm getting close. So have a lovely day. I'll see you with tools and tips and tricks and apps tomorrow, and then we'll be rolling on the 1st. Have a lovely day, friends.